Welcome back, Raider Nation, to the RaiderDPodcast. Today we're going to be talking about the Chicago Bears, Justin Fields, and the Las Vegas Raiders yet again. Well, there's breaking news, and we're going to get into that, and I'm going to ask you guys your opinion on something here in just a minute, so hang on for that. Well, Raider Nation, as I reported a few days ago, right before we signed Gardner Minshew, that the Las Vegas Raiders were intending on trying to make a trade with the Chicago Bears to bring Justin Fields to the silver and black. Well, that report has now been vindicated by one's own inside reporter, Hondo Carpenter of Sports Illustrated. Hondo Carpenter has come out and spilled the beans that the Raiders were trying to get Justin Fields, and it appears as though Chicago's GM completely messed it up. Not only were the Las Vegas Raiders trying to get him, Raider Nation, but also Atlanta and a few other teams. However, the GM over in Chicago was just trying to get a first-round draft pick for him, and nobody was going for it. The Raiders had offered him a good deal where he possibly could have gotten a third or a fourth-round draft pick this year. Instead, because he was trying to play hardball with teams like the Las Vegas Raiders just went out and grabbed other quarterbacks in the free agency. Atlanta went and got Kirk Cousins, and the Raiders went out and got Gardner Minshew. All of a sudden, the entire market for Justin Fields dried up, all because of the GM of Chicago and not because of lack of interest in Justin Fields. So the GM tried to come back to these teams like the Las Vegas Raiders and accept their deal, but now the Raiders were like, dude, we've already went and got a guy, but the Raiders were still in interest for Justin Fields, and so they offered yet another offer. This one obviously would have been lower than what they originally would have offered, but Justin Fields now felt slighted by the whole situation of Gardner Minshew and AOC, and it's a straight competition, and he's got to compete against two guys, and he decided he didn't want to come to the Raiders because of that. He ended up going to Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh was pretty much the only team left on the board that was willing to accept Justin Fields in any type of capacity. And Chicago Bears completely blew this entire thing and tried to save face, saying, well, we just wanted to do right by Justin Fields. But in fact, as a GM, your job is to do right by your organization. You guys spent a first-round draft pick on this kid, and now you could possibly end up with nothing more than a sixth-round draft pick next year when you could have had a third or a fourth-round draft pick this year? Come on. Hondo Carpenter even says it. This debacle, this mishandling, this complete destruction of what could have been a good value for Chicago should be the reason why the GM in Chicago gets fired. And I got to tell you, I agree. However, the fact is that the Raiders went out and got Gardner Minshew. We now have a competition in the quarterback room with the Las Vegas Raiders, and it is very likely that we are going to draft yet another quarterback in this year's draft, whether that's in the first round or we go after a sleeper like a video that I just dropped about Jordan Travis, which you guys got to go and check out if you haven't seen it yet. This kid could be the real deal. And the only reason why he's going to fall all the way possibly to the fifth round is because he broke his leg in week 11 of the college season. But prior to that, he was in the running for the Heisman Trophy award, and you just got to go watch the video. But what I want to know from you, Raider Nation, is, are you happy that the Raiders did not get Justin Fields, or are you upset that the Raiders were not able to secure Justin Fields' services and ended up getting Gardner Minshew? If you would have preferred Justin Fields, type JF down in the comments. But if you are a Minshew mania, type GM down there in the comments.